So the everyday camera, what do I mean by that? Well, when I was a kid, actually still to this day, I was obsessed with technology. I loved new technology, but especially new cameras. I remember getting a Nikon Coolpix, which is a hand-me-down camera from my dad, and I thought it was awesome. But I saw all these people cruising around with digital SLRs, and I thought that they were the coolest thing. I thought they were such a cool camera. And I remember asking my dad, nagging him for a digital SLR. I was like, Dad, I really want to be one of these cool people with these cool cameras. So my dad, he pulled me aside, sat me down, and he said, look, son, I don't know if he did it like that, but basically he sat me down and he was like, look, Caleb, the best camera is the one that you have on you. Now, the Fujifilm x100vi is the camera that you can have on you 24/7. It is the everyday camera, and it truly is one of the greatest pieces of equipment that I've ever used. It has changed my creative process. It has changed the way that I feel about photography, and I want to take a few minutes of your time today just to show you how awesome this camera actually is. So let's jump straight into it. So if you clicked on this video and you're expecting a bunch of spec drops, talking through all the settings of the camera, that's not what this is going to be. But there will be plenty of other YouTubers out there who are going to do a far greater job than me. There's also going to be heaps of websites that will do a greater job than me. What I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about my personal experience using this camera. And I could not go any further into this review or this testimonial without talking about the images that this thing produces. The photos that this thing takes are insane. And it's not just because of the 40 megapixel sensor, it is because of that film look that is built in to the camera. The camera comes with 14 film simulations, and you can take that one step further and create your own versions of film, like Portra 400, Kodachrome 64, that kind of vibe. And what this allows you to do is essentially just take a photo and then have that settings baked into it already, and that's it. There's no editing involved, there's no playing around, you literally just take the photo and that's it. And I absolutely love that. One of the things that I love about this camera is that I'm not editing anymore. I'm not spending heaps of time in Lightroom, heaps of time culling. I'm literally just taking the photo and moving on. And I think that is one of its greatest strengths. I think that it leans so good into that film realm without dabbling too much or getting a bit messy. We know we've all had weird experiences with film. I definitely have had my fair share. But what this thing offers that film can't offer is instant gratification, reliability, and also just general ease of use. Now, not saying that film can't have those, aspects, but I'm telling you, this camera improves and takes that kind of formula one step further and allows you to still have that experience, but also with a completely new perspective. And I think that is an awesome thing. And also, form factor alone makes this thing feel like a film camera. It's got that boxy, small body design with tactile buttons, the rangefinder, the fixed lens. Those kinds of things have those, bring up the same feelings that a film camera would. But I think that the other thing that I really love about this camera is just how small it is and how portable it is and how much I actually want to use it in a travel scenario because of those things. I love taking this thing everywhere I go. Ask my wife. We were during a long portion of our dating life, I had this camera on me all the time because I absolutely just loved taking it around everywhere and shooting. And that's what I mean when I say that it has changed my creative process. It's changed the way I feel about photography, because before I used to plan out shoots. I used to go, I'll go out at sunset this day, or, I'll wake up for sunrise, or we'll go out at midday and shoot this thing. Now I just bring this camera with me wherever I go. And instead of just, planning to capture things, I capture everyday life just as it comes. And that has been a completely new experience for me. It's not something that I have necessarily leaned into being able to interact with the environment, the city that I live in a completely different way by capturing it, in its everyday, mundane format has been really awesome. And I've loved being able to, I guess, challenge myself, but also, I guess, grow my creative process in that way. I think that it is not necessarily, a camera that will replace your daily driver. That's something that you're going to be using on all commercial shoots, but it can hold its own. And I think that's very impressive. It also has some pretty impressive video specs for, how small it is. It shoots in 4K HQ, which is kind of like I think the sensor is actually like a 6K region, and 4K HQ is essentially just like shrinking that down to make the quality better. I think that's how it works, as far as I know. So that stuff actually looks really cool too. The video looks great. I've taken a few bits and pieces here and there, and what I've seen I've actually been really impressed with. So it is really a little powerhouse of a camera. And even though I haven't quite used the video a lot, it is definitely viable and usable footage. So like I said at the start, this truly is the everyday camera. It doesn't mean this has to be the camera that you have on you. I still am a firm believer in the best camera is the one you have on you, whether it's your iPhone or, a Nikon Coolpix. But this is the camera that you can have with you 24/7. And I think that has been my experience with the Fujifilm X100vi. I think that if you are looking for a camera that has, all those things we've talked about, the ease of use, the portability, great images, some good video as well, then this camera is definitely the one for you. I can highly recommend the Fujifilm. It's also just awesome to get into a new system. I've been using Canon for a long time, and to jump into the Fuji realm, learn some new things, I think has been great. It's been really rewarding. I have enjoyed every second of using this camera. So I highly recommend the Fujifilm X100vi. I've probably missed a whole lot of important information about the camera. There's probably, a heap more that I have forgotten to mention. So if you want to find out any more, there is plenty of good YouTubers out there that will do a way better job than me. I just wanted to give you an honest, simple reflection on using this camera. It's been a great 2 years, and I can't say enough good things about this camera, and I'm probably repeating myself, so I'm going to call it here because it's going to go crazy. I have not been super active on YouTube, on Instagram, on, sharing my own stories and sharing my, creative process, stuff like that. And I really want to get back into doing that. So next year, I want to be sharing more of my stuff, sharing my creative process, sharing my stories with you all on YouTube, Instagram, wherever. I just want to put myself out there more because I haven't been doing it a lot, and I really miss doing that. So I hope you have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you all very, very soon.